You are listening to a Hard Effect Network podcast. Find us at hardeffectstudios.com.au.
Welcome to Pint Party, a podcast designed to turn a beer and a chat into a tax write-off. I'm your host, John McLeish, and joining me as always is the regular JJ. JJ, welcome.
Salutations.
Sup? And it's a small crowd today, and joining us as well is Ricki Needs. G'day, Ricki. How are we today?
I'm pretty good. Pretty emotionally drained at the moment, but
Yeah.
I feel you there.
apart from that, I'm pretty good.
Yeah, so after recording this, we've all seen Avengers Endgame. We're not going to talk about it this week.
I've seen it twice.
Yeah,
I'm seeing it twice.
Well, actually, yeah, that's the other thing. So Ricki just saw it again today, the day we're recording
Literally,
this.
I got out about half an hour ago.
This is viewing number 2, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
So that was viewing number 2. JJ and I have both seen it once on Wednesday, the day it came out here in Australia.
Yep.
But JJ is going to subject herself to that gorgeousness again tomorrow.
I'll probably cry more than I did last time.
I did.
Yeah, that is something I will want to talk about.
You know those moments are coming. And
Yeah.
you kind of get worked up into
Yeah.
them before they happen.
Yep.
So,
I will say, not since Bicentennial Man have I actually cried at a movie.
Bicentennial Man?
Bicentennial Man made me
Really?
cry. Yeah, bro, that had me blubbering like a little baby.
Am I
I'll
too
say.
young to understand what that
To be fair,
is?
last time, yeah,
You don't know
are.
what Bicentennial
You don't
Man
know
No,
what
I don't.
Bicentennial Man? Oh my god.
It's got Robin Williams in it.
Yeah.
And he's a robot who wants to be a man. And he transforms himself into a man. And
Oh,
then-
yes,
does.
yes.
And then,
yes.
he
I know the
ascend-
one.
he-
I know the
yeah,
one.
It's based off an Isaac Asimov book.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And my mum has it, and apparently the book's way better than the movie.
The book is way better than the movie.
Yeah.
Most books are better than the movies
yeah.
that they represent anyway. Most.
Some
Most. Aragon is the exception because that movie is hot pile of garbage.
Well, yeah, terrible movie.
Anyway, yeah, but that's all we're gonna say on that. Like, as you can hear, it's sort of like the second we think about it, it's like it all gets really somber.
Yeah,
And that's why I didn't want to do it, because I want to give us a little bit more time before we maybe we even talk about it. Not to mention, I just want to give people more time to like go and see it and stuff. Because usually, see, for me, seeing something the day anything comes out is extremely rare. I only did it because it was Avengers Endgame. Like, that was it. You know, like I think there's other movies coming out I saw trailers for, and I'm like, oh, that looks interesting. 22 Bridges I thought looked interesting with Chadwick Boseman, who plays Black Panther in the Marvel movies. And I thought, hey, that looks like a really cool movie. I'm not going to go see that in theaters though. Like, I'm happy to wait for that to come to Google.
Next one I'm going to see is
Netflix.
John Wick 3. Because I'm so fucking excited.
Yeah.
And it's going to be fucking amazing.
Yeah. I just want to put over IMAX for a moment.
Yeah.
Literally, because I went to IMAX opening day. I go to IMAX for most of the Marvel movies. Literally walked in halfway through the Star Wars trailer. They played one more trailer, I think, which was the Dark Phoenix trailer,
Oh, yep.
and then straight into the movie.
Wow.
That was it. There was no
Damn.
ads. There was none of that bullshit you get at Village or Hoyts. It was just 2 trailers, then like the IMAX pre-roll thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then it was in the movie.
Yeah, saying this is an
It was-
IMAX
That's
movie.
why I love IMAX, just because their ads are
They don't
so
fuck around.
not ads.
They
They're like,
don't.
Seeing a movie,
don't.
Yeah.
you need to watch the movie.
That's the thing, you walk in there because my session was 5:30 and the movie was playing by 5:40.
Yep.
We walked into Village today at 11:30 and the movie didn't start playing until fucking 12.
I walked into Village at 8 p.m. Didn't start till 8:40.
Damn.
Jesus Christ.
Wow. Okay, I thought Lido was bad, but for
That's
me,
too many ads.
like I went to Lido and it started
know.
at 12:30, and the movie didn't start till 12:45, and I'm like, 15 minutes of ads for me is like that's kind of the norm. I'm like,
It's not too bad. 15 minutes is nice.
Well, when I looked at my watch or my clock, it was 8:40. I don't know if the ads are 40 minutes or if it started late, but I was there for a very long time, and I was very frustrated.
Well,
Like,
because you're going to get the ads initially, then a couple of trailers. Then there's like the preamble bullshit that like Village and Hoyts do, like pumping themselves up, and then it's movie.
yeah. Well, see, Lido has a similar thing, but they mix the ads in with the trailers. You'll get like
Yeah, I
trailer
had
ad,
that
trailer
too.
ad.
Yeah.
That's
kind
not
of
too
thing.
bad.
It's not,
it was like
it
ads
really
and
wasn't.
then like 3 or 4 trailers, and then a Village ad, and then another ad, and then another Village ad,
Yeah.
and then the movie started, and I'm like, yay, finally.
So yeah, I'll put it over. I'll put it over. Like, I'm going to put over Lido as well, because I think supporting local cinemas is absolutely fantastic thing to do as well.
It is, but
like-
I had to the entire movie shot in IMAX with IMAX cameras. I'm
Yeah,
like,
no. IMAX is the exception.
Gotta go do
Absolutely.
it.
No, IMAX is absolutely the exception to that. It's sort of like, because that's what you're going for, the fuck off huge screen.
Yeah, you're like,
right?
it's IMAX.
Which
And the
there is
stupidly good sound.
exactly.
Yeah.
And there is no way that no local theater is ever going to do that, right? It's just not physically possible, right? But like for like going to like other like movies where you're like, I don't need to see this in IMAX.
Yeah.
You know? Like, okay, I'm going to say this is a brave tweet. John Wick 3, don't feel like I need to see that at IMAX.
No, neither do I, and I
Right?
love John Wick.
It's a movie that you might think you could see at IMAX, but I don't feel like it
you
deserves
could,
to be
but
at
it
IMAX.
wouldn't be worth it.
I'm just going to go to VMAX.
Same.
I see everything at VMAX.
I see
VMAX
everything at
maybe.
extreme screen because my cinema at Hoyt's has every cinema has the reclining chairs now.
Yeah,
and
right,
it's
right,
really
yeah.
comfy.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the thing for me though. I'm not drawn in by the cinema experience. Like I go just because that's the only way you can go and get it legally.
Yeah.
Like that's why I go. So
Yeah.
I go to Lido, and it's a smaller theater and it's a smaller screen, but I'm okay with it. And like I remember I had someone say to me like, "Oh, but it's the sound and the vision." It's like outside of IMAX, my TV is good enough. I got good headphones. I paid good money for my headphones. I'm good.
I need that experience.
Unless it's
Same.
IMAX, which like gives which fillets you while you watch the movie,
Yeah.
right? Then I'm good.
With them seat vibrations.
That's what I
goddamn.
mean.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
That bass is just
Like-
so high. You just
Yeah.
feel it everywhere.
I need, because I go see a movie every week just because of like I'd have to review movies for radio.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
like, I need that cinema experience. I
Yeah.
need to be like as sucked in and as comfortable as possible. But I will see movies in context. So I've seen a couple of movies at Lido before, which is a very, very small little art house cinema. I went and saw Logan Lucky there.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a good movie to go see.
I agree.
yeah,
I agree.
definitely.
Yeah.
Logan Lucky, but I feel like all of who did it? Steven Soderbergh. Steven Soderbergh is a filmmaker who knows kind of that modern audience and is like, you're probably going to watch this on TV or on your phone, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make a movie for you.
Yeah,
Right.
it
But
was-
Steven Soderbergh fucking kills it.
Yeah.
Right?
I also saw the Emoji Movie there.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
my producer likes to torture me sometimes.
there's
and was like,
there's nothing the Emoji Movie. You can't. I mean, I don't even think IMAX could save you there with the prostate massage.
no, it would be worse. I think the bigger the screen would be. It would
Yeah,
be
actually,
like,
you know what? Yeah.
God, it's
I know.
these stupid faces bigger and bigger and bigger. I can't deal with it. So like, I was actually happy to go see it, and like I was the only one there too. So I wasn't embarrassed to be there because like I was just like, God damn it, I hate because like. Unfortunately, I've been asking. My producer is actually Michael, who you would have heard on the network.
Yep.
I've been asking him, and this is a call out right now. I've been asking him for ages to get me like media credentials so I can go to press screenings instead of paying to go and see movies. I need him to get on it because
Yeah.
like, it wouldn't. It's a radio show. It's an actual radio show. Give me media credentials.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
to go to press screenings.
Michael, what's going on?
Yeah.
Come on, buddy.
I'm going to talk to him again about it.
If he listen, I'm not against torturing Ricki. Okay, everybody likes a little bit of torture, but like come on, buddy.
Ricky
like,
doesn't.
you know, if you're gonna-
there is value in
there
going
is
to see.
there is such a
movie.
thing as there is such a thing as the fucking Geneva Convention. Like if you're gonna do it, like
Emoji
at least
Movie was
don't
a-
let him make him pay for it. Dude.
Emoji Movie was a bit rough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I enjoy panning shit movies. Like I went and saw Transformers, whatever the last one
There
was.
is an appeal to
I
watching
saw
shit
that in
movies.
IMAX,
I
and it was the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
the only session that I could get to was Lux. So
Oh,
that's like
no.
$40
Okay.
to pay for fucking Transformers.
I think I paid like 26
Oh, no.
to go see it in IMAX.
And I felt terrible because I was like, I needed to go see it before we were recording, and I had uni and work that day. I had like literally a 4-hour window where I could get to a cinema, see a session, get home, and get changed and go to work to review it the next day on radio. And it literally came down to the only session in my immediate area was a Lux session 20 minutes down the road.
Oh my
oh
god.
no.
So I had like the cinema experience was nice because I had a nice reclining chair. They bought me popcorn and a drink for free and stuff like that. And then it was just like I had to watch what was the last one called? The Last Night?
The Last Night.
Is that the
yeah.
last? Okay. Terrible movie.
Well, I guess like Mark Wahlberg, so I was okay to watch it.
I gave it -5 out of 5.
It was a trash movie, but Mark Wahlberg was in it.
I don't
so
think
I'm
I've
like,
seen
cool.
the last night. I saw what was I think Age of Extinction. That's the one in Hong Kong with the dinosaur
With
Transformers.
Dinobots, yeah.
Yeah.
That's number 4.
That's
isn't
number
it?
4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the last night I just saw pop up on Amazon Prime. So I kind of want to suss it, but it's also like 3
Don't.
hours.
No,
And
no,
I'm
no,
like,
no. Watch it. Totally. It's
I'm not against watching a shitty movie. Like I went into Transformers 1 going, I'm not expecting this to blow
I
my
liked
dick
the
off.
first one.
I like the first
Like-
one.
Yeah, then
was
it
good.
went downhill real
Yeah,
quick.
it was like, oh no, people liked it. Let's make it trash immediately.
Yeah.
No, that's not how it works.
Let's bring back Megan Fox or whatever, just like lay herself over a motorbike to paint the fuel tank really seductively. Yeah, that's a good idea.
That was ridiculous.
No one paints like that.
No one paints like that.
You kneel
like.
next to the bike and paint the gas tank. You don't lay across
Also,
it with your
the bike
arse in your
physically
air.
shouldn't be able to stay up when you do that. It should have been fallen over when you're on it.
I can't deal with that fucking movie.
They're
man.
Michael Bay.
You fucking prick.
Fucking
I
everything up.
I know that's a perfect segue.
Is it?
Talk about getting fucked over for money.
Everything's a perfect segue.
That's a good point.
I want to talk about microloans for a second.
Okay.
So
Okay.
microloans are actually pretty, like in theory, are pretty great. Basically, you lend
Wait, is
people
this
little.
like an ad read or something?
No, it's not. I want to.
we got sponsors already.
No, we.
Sponsored already? Wow.
No. Trust me. Once I get to my point, you're going to be like, no, this is definitely not an ad read. So
Okay.
microloans, but you got to understand what a microloan is, right?
Yeah.
You give people like a little bit of money, and you make them pay it back in like tiny little amounts over a long period of time.
Jack up the interest.
You can, but most people don't.
Okay.
So the initial concept of a microloan is that it's an interest-free little loan. So it's really great in places like Bangladesh and India for getting women back into the workforce. So you give them a little bit of money, they start a business, and then they pay it back a little bit over time. And as a result, they bring a lot of like economic activity to their communities. It's a really, really, really good idea. And then we brought it out to the West, and we were like, how can we fuck over people with that same concept? Right? And so then we introduced things like Afterpay, where, you give people a little bit of money, and we jack up the interest like a motherfucker.
Well, Afterpay is interest free as long as you pay on time.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing.
Which
Yeah.
is a
Most
good thing.
people forget, though.
Yeah.
Hence why Afterpay is such a
It's automatic.
lucrative
It's automatic
business.
payments. What are you forgetting? I don't get that. Like, the only time I buy shoes on Afterpay because
Right.
they're expensive, and I like Jordans and I like Nikes.
He does. He's wearing a pair right now.
I'm wearing a
They're
pair
very
of
nice.
really
They're
nice.
lovely.
Jordan 3s right now.
They're lovely.
They're the most comfortable shoes I've ever owned. But I'll be like, okay, I buy them the day after my pay comes in because that's why I know, because it's fortnightly. I get paid fortnightly. That way I know there's going to be money in that account the next fortnight when they start taking money out.
Yep.
That's the only time I ever buy stuff on Afterpay because I know that come fortnight from now, I'm getting paid on this day. The next day, I'm going to have money in that account. It's going to come out, no dramas. People that impulsively do it whenever and then realize, oh, shit, like this is the end of my pay cycle and I have no money left and that was a real dumb idea. You're dumb. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Just don't. Just do it when you know that I've never missed an Afterpay payment ever. And I've spent probably about $700 to $800
Yep.
since I started using it. Never missed a payment.
So what you're telling me is that if you had to put up a nude picture of yourself as collateral, that wouldn't be a problem for you.
No, it wouldn't be a problem for me.
No, absolutely not.
Where
But
is this going?
That's what people in China are doing
that's
to
fucking-
secure these loans. So
As
Wow.
as collateral.
as collateral. Yep.
Fuck.
So
Holy
so
shit,
it's
okay.
and the condition being if you don't pay, they will send that nude to your friends and family.
It's your house, your car, your assets, or your titties.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. You know,
I choose titties.
Titties.
gas, grass, or ass. No loan is free. Right.
How provocative are these nudes? I need
I think it's
to.
like
They're really
stand in,
not-
like
okay,
a white
okay,
room and like a picture, like
so-
of all angles, like a mugshot. Is
Yeah.
that kind of what it is?
No. So the reason why we know about this is because some of these nudes got leaked onto the internet, and it's not even because like they failed to pay. It's because these people, and by the way, these aren't like official companies. They're shitty loan shark people.
No server is secure.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
right.
no.
And they not only that, they kept them on a really shittily secured server. Like it wasn't even like halfway decent security. It was like a fucking joke.
Naturally.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're just keeping all these nudes. So what it is though, based on these and based on the pictures of them, which I've seen like censored ones where the face is censored and everything to protect the person's identity.
Just the face censored.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
And like
How-
everything
how
else,
lovely for them.
and all the other pertinent bits cut out. So there's no,
Oh,
there's no,
okay.
there's no
Okay.
TNA or
Okay.
anything.
Okay.
I'm like,
right.
whoa, why don't they just
So
leave the
we're just seeing
face,
a
everything else?
no,
Like,
we're just seeing a mid-shot shoulders up.
Okay.
At least that's the one the journalists are putting out. If you
Yeah.
if you really deep dive, you could probably find the actual
you could
picture.
probably, but I'm going to say
But
don't do
I
that.
don't think
Don't
that's a
be
good
that
idea.
person.
I feel like searching for naked Chinese loan dodgers.
We'll put you on a watch list.
It's going to put you on a list.
Yeah.
that's going to put you on a watch
With
list
the
for
Chinese
sure.
government,
With
and
multiple governments. Yeah.
I don't want the Chinese government watching what I do.
No, unless you
already
want
do, buddy.
unless you want a Huawei phone,
yeah,
then
they
you're
do.
already fucked.
I used to have a Huawei phone.
I'm gonna WeChat.
Yeah, that's yeah. Don't even get me started on ways the Chinese can spy on you.
Hell no.
Because that's a deep dive. Anyway, so basically with these nudes though, what it is that like it's the person standing there completely starkers, and then they're holding up near their face their like ID card. So I don't know how it works in China, whether it's like a driver's license or something, or they have like a state ID system.
No, it's a state ID card.
It's a state ID card. Okay. So it was their state ID card, which of course is also censored, didn't see it, but they're clearly holding up an ID card.
Yeah.
It's like really obvious what it is. And so that's that. So it's them basically verifying, yes, this is me and I am naked. Right. And that's what they're using as collateral to secure. And by the way, I'm not talking about $30,000, $40,000 loans. I'm talking like it can be as little as like $100.
Yeah.
Right. To get. And these aren't through like official companies though. These are like dodgy companies out of Hong Kong, like dodgy little loan shark dudes who have gone into the 21st century.
Yeah.
Oh no!
But
they just have like 20 grand spare, and they're just like, I'll start lending this out. And see what
we'll
happens.
see what happens.
pretty much. But like, and some of the loans are up to like 10 grand, but it's never really more than 10 grand.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Right. Which seems like a lot of money, but when you consider like what people get loans for, like you can get loans bigger than that to do things.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Which you would think it'd be like nudesworthy, right?
Well, yeah. It's 10 grand or your tits. I mean, is that a fair price to pay?
Well, I mean,
No.
I saw.
No?
For someone with tits.
Yeah, fair enough.
Here's the thing, right? Right? I saw a lot of comments on that on the article that I read that were just sort of like, "Fuck yeah, I'd do that." Oh, you want to see my titties for 10 grand? Done. Like, okay, for $10,000. It was a lot of Americans.
But it's
though.
not like free money. You have to pay it back. So
Yeah, I know,
if you get
yeah.
10 grand and you pay, like, I don't,
Yeah.
like, I'm one of the people who just
Wait, so
pays
if-
everything outright.
if
So it doesn't
they-
ever apply to me. But,
Yeah.
like, I don't get it.
If you miss a payment and they show your nudes, does that mean you get to keep the money, or do you still have to pay it back eventually?
That was my question, because I'm like, if I get to keep the money, then basically what it is it's transactional at that point. It's sort of like, okay, you want to see my junk and it's going to cost you 10 grand. Like, I mean, that's pretty good. Like, usually a titty flash on a cam site is like $10. So honestly, that's pretty good. Like,
Return on investment is better than cams.
it is. Yeah, yeah. I'm not even mad about it. I mean, but that's me But also at the same time, like as I said in the last episode, like I can't find a flattering angle of my penis. So I don't know. I don't know if my nudes are worth 10 grand. Like I feel like if I were to go through this,
It feels like this is a case of like it's not what it's worth to them, it's what it's worth to you.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
feel
like
I don't
how much am I willing to essentially say I want to borrow this much money, knowing that I should be able to pay it back.
Yeah.
But if not, my dick's going to be seen by.
See, I would never do
Okay,
that.
actually, bring it on. Bringing it back. Who do they release it to?
your friends and family.
Why would your friends and family agree? Like, hang on.
How do they do that?
Yeah.
I have absolutely no idea. I feel like it's through the state ID system. They go, oh, that's your last name and stuff, and they can see who your family is from that, and then, you know.
I
can
feel like
send it.
finding your enemies would be a much better way to go about that.
Yeah, well, yeah, but
It's like my
It's
friends,
like,
my friends and family
we
would
will
just
send
like,
it to who you don't want to see it.
Well,
Yeah.
like,
And
but like,
then that will be more motivation.
my family, like my entire family, at some point has probably seen my dick. I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
You were born naked. Your
Yeah,
family
exactly.
has seen you naked.
Yeah.
so what's the problem?
Yeah,
but
it's like-
my friends,
my dad used to change my nappies when I was a baby.
my friends would laugh at me, and then it would be over. So I don't understand.
Yeah, I wouldn't want anyone to see my nudes.
But if you have enemies, now that is, that's who you want to be releasing that shit to.
I guess it depends on the individual person and their circumstances
guess so.
to a certain degree. Like, I don't think I personally have any enemies, but I would not want my friends to see my nudes.
I don't
fair
know.
enough.
As
All
somebody,
my friends are dudes, and I don't
Oh,
want
yeah,
that to
true.
happen.
That's a good point.
as somebody who did serve 13 years hard time in the state education system and was bullied for like 90% of that, I want my enemies to see my nudes.
Be like, hey,
Like,
look at me.
I want them to be like, I want to be like, hey, look at this. This is my testicles
this is
and
my
my penis.
This is my dick.
Right? What can you fucking throw at me? You got nothing.
Yeah.
You got literally nothing at this point.
Like you now have my manhood, and you can't take that away.
That's it. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
You've literally grabbed them by the balls at that point.
I know. No, well, for me, it feels like it's like a dog peeing on a tree to mark its territory. You know what I mean? For me, it's
Yeah.
sort of like that. It's that kind of a dominance, right?
Fair
At
enough.
that point. But continuing on with the nudity, this is kind of like I themed this entire episode around like stupidity. and
I'm
then
glad we have a theme.
we do, and it's like dumb shit John finds on the internet.
Well,
Yeah.
obviously, yeah.
So this is a great story, really wholesome story out of Sweden, right?
Okay.
And so it was a Swedish police officer, and it was his day off,
Yeah.
and he decides this is what just Swedish people just go to the sauna. That's what they do, right?
Yeah.
And part of being in a sauna is you are buck ass nude, right? That's part of being in a sauna. So he's in a sauna,
Those are the
right?
rules.
He's in a sauna
Apparently.
with a bunch of other dudes, and they're just chilling out having a sauna.
Yep.
Right? And it's a pretty chill time. And he looks across the room and he sees a bloke and he goes, hang on a minute, I recognize that bloke. Where have I seen that bloke before? ooh, and he starts thinking about it for a minute, and then he realizes he's seen that bloke on the most wanted board on his police station because the guy's wanted for drug offences. So he's buck-ass nude, the criminal that is buck-ass nude, and he arrests the guy right there in the sauna, and they're both completely naked.
So do they have to walk out of the sauna naked and out to the building to get into a police car to get arrested, like booked naked?
No.
Or did they get dressed first?
They got dressed. So they got dressed. So basically, the guy arrested the guy and was just like, and for the most part, in most civilized parts of the world, all that is like you have to touch them and say you are under arrest, right? It's only in America where they're like pulling out their guns and putting cuffs on you, right? And so then the guy's like, oh, all right, okay. So and then they put clothes on and then they go off to the police station for booking.
I like how he was just very accepting of it. He wasn't like, no, I'm not going anywhere with you.
It wasn't.
Sweden?
Yeah, there was no resistance.
It's
like,
Sweden.
I
feel
guess
like everyone's
so.
pretty chill in Sweden, though.
Yeah.
And the guy wasn't a huge criminal. Like this is a guy who was wanted on like some like pretty basic bitch drug offenses.
Okay.
But like the big part of the reason why he was one of the most wanted was because he'd been able to skip out for so long.
Right.
He'd been out for so long, and police couldn't find him. So yeah, and then he got arrested right there for being naked in a sauna. Yeah. And part of the reason why we know about it is because the local police department, I'm not going to pronounce the name of it. They put it out on a Facebook post. They were like, as a point of pride, that like this is.
Hey, yo, we got this guy while he was naked in a sauna. Hell
No.
yeah.
It wasn't even that. It was like
they
our
did.
police officer, while naked, made the arrest.
I feel like being
Right.
naked doesn't really affect, like,
It
your
doesn't.
ability to arrest someone.
It literally
like,
doesn't.
it really shouldn't. If
doesn't.
anything, that'll make you more efficient. Because
Yeah.
nothing would be, like, cumbersome on your body. You could be like, fine, I'm going to go chase after that guy, and nothing will be holding you back.
Well, that you're in a sauna and you're pretty sweaty, so like actually that might be an issue.
Like,
Right.
in a different scenario, like outside.
Yeah.
Like in an everyday scenario. I
think running naked is a different issue when running with some clothes on.
It's fine. It's fine.
I don't know about you, but I'm sure there's plenty of women out there that would disagree. And there's plenty of blokes out there who would disagree as well, because we've both got bits that will move up and down with, some sort of forward motion.
That's true.
Yeah, but
That's true.
And
I'm
sometimes shit hits other stuff, and it's
And it's not pleasant.
See,
not pleasant.
I'm a small person.
Yeah.
So everything on me is kind of small. So I don't have this problem.
okay. Yeah.
yeah, no.
So for me personally, running naked would be fine over at someone.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'd be a great naked cop.
I feel that I would have bits slapping thighs and then encumbering my ability to continue to run forward at a
Absolutely.
pace.
It was like a
Absolutely.
relay. It's like a line of like naked police officers. You've got to tag them in so they can run. And then
Tag them with what? Don't tell me.
I
what.
don't know.
Someone goes to grab for a bat and you do not want to touch that shit. You know what I mean?
But that's the whole idea, right, of being a naked police officer.
Where was he hiding his gun?
Well, that's
I will never know.
no.
We'll never know.
That was the
wanna
point
know.
of pride in the Facebook post. He was like, he didn't have his badge and his gun.
Yeah.
that was the thing, and he was like, and he still was able to do
So
it.
I can just go to fucking Sweden, get naked, go to a sauna, and then just look at a guy and be like,
You're under arrest.
"You're under arrest."
No, because that'd be impersonating a police officer. That'd be against the law.
Yeah,
But he doesn't know that because I don't have my badge and my gun.
True, but you could do that here as well. And
naked?
yeah, I mean, we got naked saunas here.
Do we?
Yeah, we're in Melbourne. It's a pretty fucking cosmopolitan city, buddy.
That's a good point.
And we're pretty European by like Australian standards. So yeah, absolutely. There's a naked sauna here. Apparently, I got a friend of mine from Italy, and apparently the big thing in Melbourne for her was we have a lot of yoga places.
We do.
so many.
We do.
Apparently that,
We
but
do.
she was loving it because she really likes yoga, and she said to me, she was like, nowhere in Europe are there this many yoga places. Like you are hard pressed to find a yoga place, and B, when you do, there is a fucking waiting list like to get in.
Like yoga's really popular, but also there's like a shit ton of other like random just types of yoga you can do. Like hot yoga, cold yoga, wet yoga,
Bikram.
goat yoga.
Is it Bikram yoga?
Yeah,
Is
that's
that-
the
Dog
one. That's the
yoga's
one where
now
you
a
do
thing as
yoga
well.
in a sauna. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I want to do goat yoga.
Go. Yeah.
Oh, by the
So
way,
you do yoga with like a baby goat, and like when you go like into like downward dog or something, like the goat's just on your back, and you're like,
climbs
hell yeah, I got a baby goat friend, and that's really cute. It would suck, but I would just pet the goat. But
and the one,
it's meant to be relaxing. Same with dog. Same with dog yoga.
Dog yoga.
yeah,
Bring
dog
your
yoga.
dog to
Yeah,
yoga.
I can see that.
I'm okay.
Yeah. And then there's one kind of yoga we don't have here in Melbourne, but they do have in Norway, and that is heavy metal yoga. right?
Oh,
Now,
that's
you've-
no. Wait, yeah.
You've dragged me back in. Now I'm all
That's,
for it.
if
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the thing,
okay.
I
So-
want that immediately.
Yeah, so what it is, it's just regular ass yoga. There's nothing particular about the actual yoga itself. You're just doing that while listening to Nordic heavy metal, right? And
I'm
it's
down.
and so it's sort of like, okay, everybody, now we're going to get into the downward dog, and as that's going, you're like,
Well, have you guys ever done yoga before?
Yes.
No, I tried.
Yoga is really intense, so I feel like
It's
surprisingly
surprisingly, yeah.
intense. It's really hard. So I feel
I
like
did not expect it.
I would love to do like heavy metal yoga because I
Yeah.
feel like it would be like motivating for me to do it like,
So-
better.
It started exactly the same way Dogecoin started, the cryptocurrency, right? It was literally started as a joke.
Oh,
They
no.
had, they had
yeah.
one session just to be like, haha, isn't this funny? Let's do heavy metal yoga. And then all the people who went were just like, no fucking joke. This
is
like,
amazing.
really good.
Yeah.
Can we do this again? And so the people who started the joke were just like, well, fuck, okay. And so now it's their business.
Yeah.
And they make
I
really
would-
good money off of it.
I would find my zen somehow.
Yeah.
I would too, yeah.
Like I usually, if I want to listen to something and just take my mind off everything, it usually is something like Lamb of God or
yoga hurts. So someone is screaming for you.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
don't have to do it.
Yeah, no,
It's
straight up.
taking the stress off of yourself.
It really is. And like, I mean, I discovered this about myself when I was playing Need for Speed Underground 2.
Yep.
Right? And sort of like, I found that like having that crazy, like loud music was a really nice way of like forcing myself into my own head so I could concentrate better. And kind of like it just turned into white noise. And so I was able to like play the game better.
Wait, hang on. You didn't listen to the Need for Speed 2 soundtrack. You listened to other music.
No. I listened to Need for Speed
Okay,
Underground
good. I
2
was gonna-
soundtrack.
about to
So,
say,
yeah,
'cause
no,
that
But I
is-
was,
you
but I
did
played
that.
it at full volume.
that is the best soundtrack any video game's ever had.
I agree. No, I can. Well,
Well, you want to fight me on this?
For me, okay. So here's the thing, right? For me, it's a contender with Need for Speed Most Wanted, the first one, not the second one they put out on PSP and shit.
Yeah.
The very first one that everybody
Okay.
forgets about.
Okay.
Right. That for me, those two are kind of up there with each other. That and there is a special place in my heart for the Underground 1 soundtrack. I will say.
I've never played that, but I'm just a fan of, from what I've seen of Metal Gear Solid 5, when you can blast 80s music from a helicopter. And Take On Me is my favorite song ever to exist. So like whenever a helicopter comes in for support, it's just playing like
That would
and it's really funny.
that would strike fear into the hearts of your enemies more than Ride of the Valkyries.
Yeah, it would.
It
Like-
would. It's
Yeah.
like if you play that loud enough, they're
It's
like,
like-
"What the fuck is that? Oh no! Ah!"
Take on me.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Snake's coming.
That's not. I like that. That's good.
Because the AI in that game do eventually learn your tactics. So I
They
feel
do.
like they'd hear do 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 do, and they just start shitting themselves. They'll be like, oh
Well,
fuck,
and the thing is,
we're all
you
either
can
getting
change
fucking
the
dead or
song.
kidnapped
Yeah,
right
You
now.
can change the song to other 80s tunes. So like you can have
Why would you?
I don't know why you would, but like you can if someone's like I don't want to come in this way
Actually, you know
anymore.
what? No, don't stop believing by Journey.
Yeah,
I would. That would be my ride into battle song.
Yeah, no, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could. Oh, that'd be so good.
Like if we're gonna go 90s, like Everybody by the Backstreet Boys, because the start of that song is really intense.
it is. Everybody, yeah,
It's not bad.
yeah. Move your body, yeah.
Like if you mix the bass loud
not
enough,
bad.
that song will be intimidating as
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah. I'm actually honestly surprised nobody's ever done like a crabcore version of that. Where it's like,
I'm sure there's a version.
There
out
probably
there.
is one out there.
Probably is.
YouTube is a massive website.
Let's
There
say,
probably
gotta find another YouTube
Just
deep dive.
haven't looked hard enough yet.
yeah, well, usually my heavy metal guy is, what's his name? Leo something or other from Frog Leap Studios.
Yeah.
Right? He's like my
Yeah.
go-to guy
He's-
for heavy metal covers.
He's so good.
Of songs. He's so fucking good.
Yeah.
Um,
have you sussed him?
Oh my
I
God.
have not. I have
So the
not.
YouTube channel name, I'm pretty sure, is Frog Leap Studios.
Frog Leap
Okay,
Studios.
I will remember that.
He every now and then he'll do one that just is really really well done. The one that I found I think was Uptown Funk,
Ooh.
Yeah.
and he did the video clip with it because he does like a video clip after he's recorded
Yeah.
the song, and he did this one with like his daughter and a bunch of puppets and stuff, and it was really adorable.
That's so cool.
It really was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then but like it's also him playing this metal, and his daughter obviously loves metal because he is from Norway. He's
Finland.
He's
Finland.
Scandinavian.
I think he's from Finland.
Yeah, he's Scandinavian.
He's Scandinavian, though. Yeah.
But yeah, essentially just has a studio in his backyard
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
and
dope.
just writes like
And it's a whole family thing. Like his wife's a heavy metal bassist and stuff, and she's in her own band, and she goes off and does things.
Yeah.
But every now and again, she'll like jump in on a song and stuff too. Like, the heavy metal version of Africa by Toto. It's him.
That exists.
Yeah.
I need that in my life.
It's really, really
immediately.
good. And I'm pretty sure his wife does the bass for that.
okay,
Amazing.
I'm pretty sure.
Amazing.
but no, he's so good.
He is so
Yeah.
good.
Like the production value is what kind of sells it.
It is.
Yeah.
It's not just a dude in a room just chugging away saying this is a cover of this song. No, he like plays all the instruments, like records the song from scratch.
Yeah.
Oh,
In metal,
okay.
like plays all the instruments and then does like this really cool like film clip that takes him. I think it takes him like 3 days to record the film
5.
clip. 5 days.
So, it takes him 5 days to do the whole thing. So it's 3 days.
Are you talking about the vlog
It's-
series
yeah,
he did?
It's 3 days for the song,
Yeah.
and then 2 days for the clip.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. He did this 5-part series where he basically broke down exactly how he goes through the process.
Yeah,
of like
day
going
by
from
day.
like deciding what song to do, trying to work out how to make it metal.
Okay.
Then like going like back like sort of.
I think you've now introduced me to my new favorite YouTube channel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he sort of
Ever.
like records bits and pieces. Like if that doesn't work, I don't know why. It's like it changes the speed of the song. He'll try to change the tune of the song or whatever. But yeah, he'll eventually just come to something, and he usually tries to choose something relatively relevant. Like if it's
Yeah.
another big artist touring or something like that, he'll choose something. But
There's this one
he's so
guy on
good.
YouTube
So
who
good.
does like metal guitar covers of songs, and like he is really relevant. So like he recently did one like a bunch of Game of Thrones ones.
wasn't Jared Dines, was it?
It was his channel is where is it?
Okay, JJ's looking for it. I gotta say,
331 E-Rock,
Never heard of
nope.
and he's fucking amazing. Like
Yeah?
he did We Didn't Start the Fire and Ice. So like it's We Didn't Start the Fire and Game of Thrones mixed together. And like the Reigns of
That's-
Castamere and stuff like that. It's and he does a bunch of video game ones. Like, there's like one of
Ooh,
Lavender Town
actually,
and Castlevania, Sweet Victory, SpongeBob SquarePants,
Of course.
for a meme,
Yeah.
Apex Legends and stuff like that. He's really fucking good.
All right, you need to send me
Would
that.
recommend.
That sounds.
Would
sounds
recommend.
all right.
Yeah. You'll have to send us that one. 'cause
Yes,
I'll have to have
it's
a sub.
great.
Oh my god. But what got me into him specifically though was his cover of Feel Good Inc. by the Gorillaz.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
Because A, he does a really good song of it, but B, the music clip for that is the fucking funniest thing ever. It's him in a bunny suit with a guitar rocking out all the way through a shopping center in Finland. And by the way, and it's all shot in one continuous take as he goes from one end of the shopping center to the other.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they didn't close down the shopping center or nothing, right? They're just doing it. And so there's all these Scandinavian peoples being like, fuck's going on over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a little bit strange, but none of them are freaking out. They're just like, oh yeah, there's a dude in a
That
bunny
reminds
suit
me of
rocking
my
out.
favorite
Okay.
music video ever, which is Weapon of Choice by Fatboy Slim, which is
Oh,
Christopher Walken dancing around a hotel in one take.
Yeah.
And
so
it's amazing.
Yeah.
So, yes.
imagine
Yeah,
that.
I'm into that
Imagine that,
100%.
but Christopher Walken's in a bunny suit in a shopping center.
Oh, yes.
It's that.
Yes,
It's that.
okay. Done.
Right.
Done.
To Feel Good Inc. It's really, 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 really good. And
Yeah.
actually, the making of video for that as well is equally fantastic because I thought that was really fascinating how they did it. Like, oh my god, that guy's energy is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah. And he performs live too.
He
So
does.
he'll
He does
take-
live shows too.
He has like a full band. He'll take the covers on the road and stuff, and then I think he's got his own original songs as well. But it's mostly the covers people want to.
Yeah, he mostly does covers.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Does he have a full band? Because I've only ever seen him go on tour and it's just him on his own.
No, he's got a full band.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
I've
right.
seen videos of him like rehearsing with everybody.
Yeah. Right. Okay,
It's
cool.
kind of like when like Metalocalypse or Death Clock used to tour.
Yeah,
And it was obviously Brendan Small who wrote everything, but then he just brought his mates in and
Yeah,
and
right.
they toured it as Death Clock.
yeah. Okay, cool.
So he just brings his mates in and they just do the covers live with him.
Going from there to Germany though.
We're going on a European trip now.
we're
Are we
going-
like 18-year-old
We're going on a
girls?
bit of a European trip.
Euro trip.
This is one of my favorite, the fucking weirdest stories I've ever read. So at the German airport, they were doing a random security check. They're like, "Excuse me, sir, this is a random security check," because and they checked this. I think he was 65 or 70-year-old man.
Uh-huh.
They're like, "This is a random security check, right?" And he's on his way into Germany, right? And he had nothing to declare, is what he said. And they're like, "We're a bit sus, so we're gonna have a look at you." And they didn't find guns, they didn't find bombs, they didn't find drugs. What they did find were 4 endangered turtles, which are on an endangered watch list, and they were disguised as chocolate cakes. He was trying to smuggle in 4 endangered turtles in a box of chocolates.
Oh no, I I'm looking at a picture and it's literally just turtles.
It's literally just turtles in a chocolate box.
It's just tortoises in a box.
Wow. Not even.
Now,
There's not even like a cherry on top of the shell. It's literally just tortoises in a box.
Just tortoises in a box.
Just put some frosting on them or something, man. What are you doing?
Something.
Like, so apparently
Slack.
the tortoise shell look though is like a thing in European
Chocolates.
desserts.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Right.
Makes
But here's the thing though, right? You can pretty clearly spot the difference between like the chocolates and the turtles. It's like really not that hard.
So what he needed to do was like just get some like clear lacquer and just like make them a bit glossy.
Yeah, that's all he needed to do.
Yeah, just don't
Get
have that.
throw a little bit of glazing on
Because you're right,
there.
that matte look of the shell, like
Yeah.
that's too hard to recreate with chocolate, but a shiny look.
Yeah.
You can do that. That's
You can
easy.
get away with it. Yeah.
Glaze.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
everything is in the glaze.
Yeah.
That is what MasterChef has taught me.
And like
Everything is in the glaze.
oh my god! And for me, that was sort of like that guy wins like dumbest criminal award for me of like this year.
Hey, he got through the first lot of.
And there wasn't even 4 in the box.
Oh,
It's
really?
just 3.
Yeah, there's 3.
So it didn't even look uniform.
I thought there were 4. Okay,
No,
no,
there's
there's 3. There's
But I
3.
mean, he
Okay.
obviously got through one set of customs to get into Germany, so he's done well for half.
It depends
the
where
journey.
he left
Yeah,
from.
but depending on where
Yeah,
he
that's
left
a good
from, he
point.
could have
I
just
guess they
paid
wouldn't
off
check
someone.
it, yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Or like,
give- but
they
I'm-
don't really care.
I'm going to give this guy the benefit of the doubt and just say that he got halfway through his journey.
Yeah,
did
true.
Did a
All
pretty
right,
good
okay.
job.
Fair.
He just got tripped up right at the end.
He did right at the very end. He got tripped up, and I just thought I was just like, oh my god! Like as far as smuggling goes, that's got to be up there. I do remember it reminded me of the story of a guy who tried to smuggle budgies out of Australia in literal budgie smugglers.
I was about to say.
Yeah,
I was about to
there was a
say.
guy. He was. I think it was Sydney Airport, and he was trying to
course it was.
leave for I think it was Thailand or Cambodia, and he was smuggling budgies in his budgie smugglers, and he was wearing the budgie smugglers. I was like, oh my god!
I mean, the clue is in the name there. I
It's
feel
like-
like he wasn't actually trying to smuggle budgies. He was just trying to do it for the pun.
For the meme.
For the meme.
He was doing it
yeah,
for the meme.
with memes.
That's. I'm okay. Doing that's a bad idea. Birds have a lot of sharp bits.
They
and
do.
That's a very delicate area.
It is.
Yeah, no.
They got claws. They got beaks, and I'm guessing
Birds
they weren't.
hurt, man.
I'm guessing they weren't exactly comfortable
Budgies, no.
being sort of squashed and squeezed and put next to a penis.
Yeah,
I
I don't think anyone likes being next to a penis.
I can only imagine that going poorly.
You know, like $10,000 for a picture of my penis. Yeah, sure, but you're not putting a fucking sharp bird near my junk for any amount of money.
No,
Yeah.
that should be the new like punishment for not paying your loan back in China. You get budgies in your budgie smugglers, and they just get to bite your dick. Like I feel like that's even better than releasing news to people.
I mean, there was a similar form of execution like that in ancient Egypt, where they covered you in milk and honey,
Yeah, and
sealed you
yeah.
up and let the ants eat
Let
you.
ants eat you,
No,
yeah.
was it ants or some kind of insect would eat you alive?
Insects, just insects.
Took about 2 weeks to die. It was pretty fucking awful.
So I feel like getting budgies down your pants isn't that much of a like a.
I would
Yeah.
just eat the milk and honey and then eat the insects. for
Well,
sustenance.
but they stuffed you with milk and honey first.
They stuffed you.
Yeah.
How
So
did they stuff you?
they would force it down your gullet until like
Okay.
you physically couldn't do it anymore, and then they would cover you in it and then throw you in the thing, and then for meals and
It's
stuff
like
they would
liquid
just give
stuff
you
like
more
your
milk and
elbows
honey.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
Just throw up, eat the milk and honey off your body, and then eat.
there's
the
a
bugs.
lot. It's a lot of milk and honey, buddy. Like it's a lot.
That's what I'm saying. Throw up.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. Even if you throw up though, there's still a lot all over you and in the space you're in.
What you do is you just say that. What you do is you go in there and you like say you're lactose intolerant.
Yeah, because that
And
was
then you just, yeah,
It's just
and
going
then
to come
you
out the other end, mate.
Yeah, and then you just shit
You're
in
wasting
the
time.
entire box you're in, so then
Yep.
the ants go and eat the shit and you're fine.
that's like such a
Totally. Yeah.
That's such like a Homer Simpson thing to do. It's sort of like, dude, I'm going to eat myself till I stop. That way, when they hit me with the electric chair, I'm just going to explode. Like,
Yeah, if you're gonna go out in style.
go out in style. Yeah.
Go out in a pile of shit. Like it's fine.
Go out in a pile of shit.
Yeah,
That's one big pile of shit.
That's one big pile of shit.
that is a big pile of shit. We've got to talk. We got to talk about something else real quick because
Yeah.
Oh, no.
not because we couldn't segue, but I feel like the segue would be really gross. We got to talk about something else.
Okay.
Before we get on to the next thing.
Where is this?
Oh
going?
my god.
Oh no.
I still can't get over the budgies and the budgie smugglers thing. That was like it was still one of my favorites. I remember reading that story. This was I don't know, I think about 10 years ago now. I think
It was a while ago. Yeah.
It was a while ago.
Oh, I would have
Holy
been a
shit,
little
it made me
kid.
laugh.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Mum, what are budgie smugglers?
What are budgie smugglers? I think I actually have asked my mum that question before.
Really?
Yeah, because I had no idea.
Wait, did she know?
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
As an English child, I had no idea what Australian slang.
Yeah, no.
Like for years, I thought Arvo was a person. Because I kept saying it on the radio, and I'm like, "Who is this person, and why is he so popular? I don't get it."
He's on every radio
He's on
station.
everything. Like, why? For about the ages of, I came here when I was 9. From about 9 to 13, I thought Arvo was a person.
It's amazing.
I mean, I'm shocked, but at the same time, like, I once met a fully grown adult Englishman who'd lived here for years, and he didn't know who Eddie Maguire was. And I'm like, how the fuck do you not know who Eddie
I did
Maguire
know
is?
Eddie Maguire
You've
was.
lived here for 5 years. No, but he's been here for like 5 years at this point. I'm like, have you not heard of Eddie Maguire at this point?
Eddie Maguire is omnipresent.
He is. Right,
He's everywhere.
It's like I'm not a big sports
It's like
guy.
Santa Claus, he sees you when you're sleeping and knows when you're awake.
I
Yeah.
100% believe Eddie Maguire watches me when I sleep.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why I don't sleep well.
No, he's just there. You just know.
Eddie,
you know.
stop.
Stop it, Eddie.
I don't want to get out of my dreams. And into my car. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Can't stand Eddie, man.
No.
Oh my god. But yeah, like I feel like he's one of them guys. He's just everywhere. It's like, how do you not know who that is? I don't know,
Yeah.
it's so weird.
You kind of got to. I
Yeah,
feel.
you do. Yeah.
I don't know.
Especially in Melbourne, he's on the main radio station in Melbourne. He's on like the main. Well, he used to own one of the main channels in Australia.
Yeah. Well, he was
And-
he was the CEO for Channel 9 for a while, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's the president of the biggest football club in the state as well.
Yeah. Like he runs
kind of
the
everywhere.
Collingwood
Yeah,
Football
it
Club.
took
He
me
ran
ages
Channel
'cause
9.
I don't really like, and I still don't follow AFL, so I still
But
don't
that's the thing, you don't have
understand
to.
who Eddie Maguire is really.
That's the thing. You
I
don't-
just know he's there.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Like
he
I said,
does.
omnipresent.
I just
Yeah.
know he's
you're
there.
just aware of
and
him.
even
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
I've only been aware of his omnipresence for like maybe like 7 years. I'm like, I still
That's
don't.
still not bad.
That's not bad.
I'm like, even then, I'm like, what do you actually do?
Everything. He does
He
everything.
just kind of is.
He does everything.
I don't know, man.
His nickname was Eddie Everywhere for a while.
Yeah.
'Cause
Okay,
he
that
did-
makes sense.
He hosted Millionaire,
Yep.
the footy show.
Yep.
Was a commentator on Channel 9 for the footy as well.
Oh, no.
Ran Channel 9, which conflict of interest maybe? Don't know.
Maybe.
And was the president of one of the football clubs that he was the commentator for.
Yeah. Collingwood Football Club.
That
There's
isn't,
so
if that
many-
isn't biased.
And on
I
top
don't
of
know
that, I'm
what
pretty sure
is.
he was also doing Triple M at the same time.
Yeah, I'm thinking
did
he
the
was,
morning
he was
show
on,
with
he was on
M.
Triple M as well,
Yeah.
which is the biggest radio station in Melbourne. And
Yeah.
it's like, dude, calm down. Just take a breath.
Is Triple M the biggest radio station in Melbourne?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I did not know that.
It's either them or Fox.
I think it's Fox.
They fight back and forward, but like Triple
They
M gets a sport crowd.
This
Sport
is a good
crowd,
point.
sport crowd's huge.
Yeah, and as a result, it gets all the construction workers in Melbourne. They've all got their radios tuned in to Triple M.
Yeah, and also,
Yeah.
when they're not talking about sport, which is most of what they do, they actually play like music with instruments, not just shit.
Yeah.
I listen to Gold.
Gold FM, Smooth FM.
Smooth is also really good.
The one thing I always need in like a drunken Uber ride home is Smooth FM.
Oh, 100%.
If
yeah.
Smooth FM is
Smooth
playing,
I'm content.
I'm good. I just need to sit back and just like hold the vomit down until the Uber ends. And usually, if it's like a bit of Smooth FM, I can hold it back. I'm just like, all
See,
right,
well, I usually do like we used
just
to do
live in this moment
when
for a
I
bit.
was like first like going like at parties. We would just start playing jazz in like a corner of the room, and then eventually everyone would just move over to the corner where the jazz was playing, and we would just sit there in a drunken haze, like, yes, this is lovely.
You got
I love
drunk
this.
during Pilates?
No
Okay, then I completely misheard that whole thing you just said.
jazz.
parties.
Jazz.
At parties. I thought you said when we were at Pilates, we played jazz, and then all the drunk people would be on that side of the room.
No, but I have
fucking wrecked do you get
I
at
have been at Pilates with
Is-
a drunk person before.
Is there a market out there for drunk jazz Pilates?
Drunk jazz.
And have we just created it? Can we have that be a thing?
No, I have been to Pilates with jazz before and it was lovely, and
Okay,
I have been
that's
at
good.
Pilates with a drunk person before, so I feel like the two go together very
I can just
nicely.
like because like it's such a dichotomy because like jazz is a very like high culture thing and being drunk I guess isn't. But I can just picture like some drunk dude just being like, yeah man, it's, this guy it's the notes he's not playing. That's the important bit. That's what jazz is all
You
about.
just get
Have you not
wine
seen
mums.
Preacher?
Wine
know
mums.
Preacher season 2. That's like episode 1. Oh, man.
I haven't seen Preacher either.
No.
But that's pretty much, you just summed up New Orleans in a nutshell.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it's
That makes sense,
you
actually.
get shit faced and listen to jazz
Yeah.
music.
Yeah,
That's
it's
like,
I've seen The Princess and the Frog. I saw what the people
Yeah.
like in New Orleans. Yeah, I know what
I've
they're
seen
doing.
that too.
Yeah,
It's a good movie.
it's a great movie.
Yeah.
it is actually
The music's
not a
really
bad
good.
movie.
It's just New Orleans
I
jazz.
just wish Disney would go back to doing like hand drawn shit. I'm sick of this live action CG bullshit.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of looking. I watched Wreck-It Ralph last night, and I was like, yeah, I still like this movie.
Wreck-It Ralph's good. but
I've never seen Wreck-It Ralph.
I just feel like Moana would have been awesome hand drawn.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
That would have been a good movie. Yeah.
It is a good movie still.
It's a
But
fucking great movie, but
I'm glad that David isn't here.
No, because David has
he would have already broken into song.
He would have
has-
started
yeah.
singing.
David
You're
has some very
welcome.
strong opinions about Disney movies. Right.
The sun, the
Just-
stars, the sky.
Yeah.
I love that song.
You're welcome.
Same. It's just The
I mean,
Rock,
for
just
me,
let him go.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
The Rock who sung that. For me, the reason why I like that song is because it was sort of like, oh damn, like The Rock can sing. Okay,
Dude, I've been watching WWE for a lot of years. The Rock and sing, baby.
yeah, no,
he,
I did.
he used to do this bit in the ring where he'd just play guitar and sing insults at whoever he was like.
Oh, okay,
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Oh my
I'll have
God.
to show you guys a Rock segment one time.
Oh my God, yes.
Because he would sit in the middle of the ring with a guitar and just sing insults at whoever the fuck he was talking to.
Actually, you know what?
It was great.
That's so cool. Yes. yes.
Usually we try and avoid wrestling because we have a whole podcast for that, the Australian Mania podcast.
Yeah.
But I got to ask you this question outside of David because David cannot give me an objective answer on this. Who do you think is the better actor? Right, not wrestler. Okay, we're not looking at outside of the ring in terms of films.
Uh-huh.
Okay, who do you think is the better actor? Right, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, or Dave Bautista?
Dave.
Dave.
Yeah, Dave.
Yeah.
All right,
Dave.
that's what I'm thinking as well. Yeah.
The Rock kind of plays the same
I
character.
like The Rock. He's good.
I love
but I
The
don't
Rock,
think
but Dave Bautista's better.
Dave for me like really surprised me because when we were watching WrestleMania, I was like, oh shit, Dave Bautista's a wrestler. Holy fuck! Because I saw him in Bushwick, and I was
Yeah.
like, damn, he's really good. He's amazing in this.
There's like
Right.
2 movies coming out that both look really good this summer.
Yeah,
Or, sorry,
and like
this winter.
Yeah.
my only frame of reference for wrestlers in movies was The Rock and John Cena, right? And like the Marine's good, but it's not going to win any fucking awards.
Yeah, but like John Cena now. Have you seen Blockers?
No, I haven't.
Seen Blockers? You both need to watch Blockers.
Okay.
He's actually a really good actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, his comedic timing is pretty good.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I could see John Cena having some good
Yeah,
comedic
no, I
timing.
can, I can see
Yeah,
that.
I
I
can
can
see
see
that.
that.
But like the fact that he's bouncing off people like Leslie Mann, who is like a seasoned comedic actor.
Yeah, true.
She's amazing.
Yeah,
And,
and
like,
like
everything.
he is keeping up with her.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
that's
Pretty
impressive.
good effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like laughs per minute, it's those two just bouncing back and forward, hitting all the really good jokes. So I'm like, he's got chops, he's got the ability. People just need to move past the stigma of wrestler turned actor, which I think the Rock is going to be always the guy that sort of broke that mold.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
And
Definitely.
I think Cena and Batista are both going to benefit from it.
I feel like
100%.
Batista's well and truly done it.
Yeah.
Because I had no idea. Like I said, I had no idea he was a wrestler.
Well, at least he's come out and said he's done with wrestling now. Like
Yeah.
neither The Rock or John Cena have said they're retired,
yeah, true.
and everyone's like holding out for that one last Rock run where he comes back and he does something, and it's not going to happen.
No,
He's
hell
too
no.
busy. He's literally the most busy person. My God, like following his Instagram gives me anxiety because like how
No,
are you?
yes, it's terrifying.
How are you doing all of this stuff all the time, dude? Take a day off.
Please just stop.
Just-
I just wanna see you stop for like
Just
2
have-
seconds and be like, okay.
Just have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
yeah,
and just
even on
just
his day
stop,
off, he's
man.
fucking
Stop.
intense. Like his like cheat day is ridiculous.
Yeah, like just I can't imagine being that proactive.
No, I mean,
I would love to be able to think that I could be that proactive, but I'm just not.
Neither am I.
I can't even imagine being that organized where like, and I know that it does help that his life is pretty much planned around him. Like he doesn't cook, he doesn't clean, he doesn't do anything that he doesn't need to do. He has people for that.
Yeah.
So like everything is done for him. His itinerary is planned out. And if I have someone planning my itinerary, I'd probably be a lot better than what I am now. But like everything aside from him working out and being in front or behind of a camera is planned out for him.
Yeah.
You still got to have the fucking wherewithal to be like, I'm making this happen. I'm getting to a point where like I can then start paying for people because I'm sure there was a point where he was doing everything.
Oh yeah,
And then
you
it was
have
like-
to.
and then it was like, I need to cut some stuff back and start paying people to do this shit for me so I can get even more stuff done. And now it's just like he did. At one point, he was doing like 2 movies at the same time, recording Ballers for HBO, which was a show he had that like nobody watched.
I think it's still going.
No, Ballers finished.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, I think the season finale was like early this year or last year or something. But it was kind of that. it was on during like no Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah,
You know?
okay, that
You
makes
know, it's
sense.
just-
Yeah.
But that like it was a TV show that he was doing like week to week. He had like 2 movies in the works, and he was doing stuff with wrestling all at the same time. Which is like, dude,
Stop, please.
you're making me tired.
Yeah.
And I'm
Thinking
just,
about it makes me exhausted.
oh my god, like just calm down, man.
Please, no.
It's too much, but good on him. He does credit all of his work ethic to being a wrestler.
He does.
I feel like that
because-
will give you
yeah.
a great worth ethic.
Because you're on
though.
the
From what I
road.
know about wrestlers, which is
You're on-
very little.
You're
but
on
I
the
know.
road 5 days a week, every week of the year. They only get 2 days off, or
Yeah.
maybe 3, depending on how many house shows they do in between the televised shows. But like they are on the road consistently, and that's what he said. He's like, the reason I have this work ethic where I can get up and get to work every day is because I had to be on the road 250 to 300 days a year,
Yeah.
no fucking rest, had to work out, had to do everything, and be in the ring every night, putting my body on the line. He's like, that is how you gain work ethic, is like just doing shit like that. And it's like,
Well, maybe everyone needs to be a wrestler.
I mean, maybe.
Who knows?
Couldn't hurt.
Might just crack the secret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just have a job where you just work your ass off with like no holidays ever.
Yeah. Like I mean,
Like you.
Yeah, and then you die, at work like
Yes.
like the Japanese do.
Well,
Like,
yeah, fucking like I feel like half the time, yeah.
yeah. Oh my god. I feel like we've moved far enough away.
I need a holiday.
So we can
I
talk
know you
about
do.
about this now. This is really great. So everybody likes reading The Onion, right? And it's like a really good. For those of you who don't know, for some reason, who have never heard of The Onion, actually, it's probably more important in the age of fake news to point this out. The Onion is a satirical news website. Okay, they
Yeah.
don't report real news. They just write jokes in a news format,
And they know what they're
and
about.
and they know what they're about, and they're fully open. They're like, we write jokes in a news format. This is what we do. We're a comedy website, and for me, they don't always hit the mark, but when they do, they fucking nail it. Right? They're kind of like a shotgun. Right? You're not always going to get that headshot,
No.
but when you do, oh boy, do you get it. Right? So
For everyone in Australia, just think of Batuta.
yeah, it's like the Batuta Advocate
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's actually. A family member, relative of mine, shared a Batuta Advocate article on Facebook once. It was like, "Can you believe this shit?" Because the Batuta Advocate were
Oh,
poking
no.
fun at something the Labor Party were doing, and I had to be like, "Mate." No, I didn't even have to say anything. That's right. It was one of my other relatives was like, "Mate,
Just so you
that's
know.
that's a comedy website."
Yeah.
Now, hang on a minute. Take a step back here.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Oh no, I got sucked in by fake news." I'm like, "It's not even fake news, mate.
They
It's a
advertise.
joke."
They advertise that they're not real.
Yeah,
it's
They're not
jokes
even-
in a news format.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's not even like the Yes Men where they're like so good at making it look real that you can't tell anymore, right? It's like they're pretty open about
Isn't
it.
that kind of what the Chive was doing for a bit? Because like the Chive's like an offshoot of the Onion.
Yeah, it is.
I could never
Yeah.
figure
Yeah.
out what the Chive was about because I'm like, are you a news website? Are you a porn website? What are you doing?
Yeah,
Like,
they're
are you
kind of
both? Are you just like? Are you like? Are you,
kind
are,
of straddle
Are you
the-
taking a British newspaper onto the internet and
They're
being
having
like,
an identity
we have
crisis,
serious
and that's
news
fine.
and page 3 girl? No. That's like a British newspaper which used to have page 6
Yeah, I know we
girls.
did. Yeah.
Right, and it was like that was like a whole thing. It's like you'd read the news and be like, today the British Prime Minister announced so and so, and then on the next page is big titties.
titties.
Yeah,
Right.
which is fine.
Yeah,
It's very
So-
British.
yeah,
I need some titties after some bad news. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's what I mean.
Just makes you feel better.
Like, but
it's that endorphin hit of just like, oh man, another terrorist attack. Oh, tits.
no, I mean, but at the same time, I feel like that would give
Makes
you.
you feel
I
better.
can't say I've ever gone through that.
Well, I
Needing
mean-
to see titties after bad news.
I feel like that
I'm
would
sorry.
give you
I'm
some
sorry.
weird
There isn't
bonus,
like
though.
I'm sorry. There isn't like a dick on page 3. Just for you to.
Last week, dicks aren't nice.
yeah, I
they
know.
don't make you feel better.
They're functional.
They don't
function.
even have
function.
titties on page 3 anymore. They got rid of that.
Yeah, they don't have it anymore.
But like at the same time, I feel like that would give you some really weird boners, like like September 11th, 2001.
Oh,
The Twin
no.
Towers have fallen. 3,000 people have died. This is terrible. This is the worst attack in American history. On the next page, my name is Janice, and I love dicks. It's like that's just a weird boner. I don't.
Where
need.
did that voice come from?
I don't think I've ever heard your voice go that high before ever.
That's my airhead,
I never want to hear it again.
yeah,
I hate it.
That's my airhead voice.
It makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, that came from a deep place within you.
Hey man, I'm comfortable
Maybe-
enough.
maybe
I'm
we
comfortable
should
enough
just-
with my manliness
I
that
know
I can
you
do
are.
it.
Maybe we should just close that door.
That's no. It's because the
Janice
door is
can
open.
go
That's how
away.
that's how you can do that, man. All right. No, so okay.
dear
So the
Lord.
Onion, right? So
Yeah.
they write articles.
Yeah.
They wrote an article right in lockstep with everything they do, and they wrote one, and it's kind of like it's one of those. Oh my fucking god, this is like my life, and it's like not me personally. It's just they write articles that are extremely relatable.
Yeah.
And they wrote
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
right, and it was about it was like one that for parents would be like, oh my fucking god, this is my life. Where like the night before, the kid comes home and says, oh, I need this by the next morning, and you're like, well, fuck, what am I supposed to do in 12 hours? And specifically, apparently, this is a thing that American schools do, where like parents will have to make the snacks for a class thing,
Yes.
right?
Oh, yeah.
And like, I don't know.
That's what movies taught me.
Yeah.
So I believe it to be
Yeah.
true.
Apparently it is because the
Totes
Onion wrote
true.
an article about it, being like, "Fuck, this is my life."
Totes true.
Right, and so it's like 12-year-old kid. 12-year-old kid asks mother for like snacks for 20 kids that has to be super healthy by the next morning, and it's like 8:00 at night. And
Carrot
so the Onion,
Hummus.
as part of their social media marketing strategy, posted the link to the article on Twitter. You know what I mean? Just like a normal everyday. A professional chef read the article and was like, "Fucking challenge accepted." Right? How to make a snack for 20 kids in 20 minutes. Right, the night before a thing with what you've just got around the house, or what you can get from like down the road at like a petrol station, right?
Okay.
Anyway, challenge said, and he did this whole thing on Twitter where he would sit down and he worked it, and eventually he worked it out. He figured it out, and what he figured out was it probably only works in America. I don't think you could do it here in Australia. What he worked out was you could buy a bunch of breadsticks, right? You get a bunch of them. You get chocolate that you can melt, like melting chocolate, a cooking chocolate.
Yep.
You get that, cooking chocolate, and sprinkles, hundreds and thousands would also work.
How's that healthy?
Because you use dark chocolate. So dark chocolate's healthy. Breadsticks have
Sprinkles aren't.
Healthier.
healthier,
Healthier.
right? But people make fucking brownies and shit. You know what I mean? Like that's kind
Yeah.
of the snacks. This is like it's in the caliber of snacks that kids bring, right? And so like it was like breadsticks, cooking chocolate, and sprinkles, and you've got giant Pocky sticks. It's what you make.
Oh my
So you-
God.
Right? So you cook the chocolate,
I
melt
want
it
that
down,
in my life.
dip the breadsticks in, right? And then you sprinkle it, and you can make enough for 20 kids in about 15 minutes. He worked out, depending on how powerful your stove was, because you have to melt the chocolate. That's what takes
Microwave.
that's what takes the longest time. Or in the microwave. But that's what
Microwave.
takes the longest amount of time in that whole process. And he was like, there you go, done. I did it. And I was
Still
like,
not healthy.
No, it's not healthy.
But it's snacks.
it's
It is a
snacks.
snack for
It's
20
definitely
kids.
snacks, but it's definitely not healthy.
It fulfills
But
half
still,
of the requirements.
It
of
does. It does. That's
Healthy
that's
snack.
Pretty,
It's a snack.
it's a pretty good effort. I'll give him that.
Yeah,
Well
but
done.
also by American food standards, that's actually pretty fucking healthy. When
That's a
you
good
think about
point.
it.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, no,
okay.
good point,
If
yeah.
we're talking America.
We're talking American food standards here, right?
They're
Like,
fine.
I mean, you know,
Yeah.
they feed their kids
Even by
pig shit.
British food standards, that is a healthy snack.
Yeah, dude, Jamie Oliver taught me a lot about British food standards. Holy fuck,
It is garbage.
that is.
What do you guys have?
dude? They had
Sugar.
they had kids eating
Yeah?
food so
Literally.
fucking bad. Like, so did you see the Jamie Oliver thing?
No.
Okay, so Jamie Oliver made, and this was the point when Jamie Oliver was like #1 TV chef, right?
Right.
This documentary is what sent him off the edge, and people hated him for it, right?
Yeah, righto.
So basically, he saw the state of school kids' lunches in England,
Yep.
and was like, "This is bullshit." Like look at like the kind of shit we're feeding them. It is so easy and cheap. Like he was like, I've worked out all the economics of this. It is equally as cheap and just as easy to give these kids healthy meals. And here's how we can do it. Basically, the kids were eating like just hot chips, and that was pretty much it. And sausages and gravy and all this kind of stuff. Right? Things that
sausages and
killed
gravy.
everything that killed Henry VIII.
My
it was
favorite
that,
things. Sausages
right?
and gravy.
You know,
Bangers and mash.
Hell yeah. So fucking good.
Anyway, healthy food. Yeah.
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 Right? Oh my god. Fucking hell. But like it was so bad. I do want to point this out though. It was some of these kids were so grossly unhealthy as a result. Not only were they got so constipated that they were vomiting their own feces. It was just it couldn't go out one way, so it was coming out the other.
Yeah. Yeah, so British food
Thank you,
is-
Jamie Oliver, for teaching me that was a thing the human body can do.
Ow, my brain.
Like,
Yeah, British
by
food
the way,
is
and by the way,
ridiculously
you're a
sweet.
grown ass man learning about this. I watched that doco probably when I was about 10, and I learnt this.
See, I was really lucky. I went to a really, really small private school in England.
Yeah,
So
I'm
the
talking
school
public
lunches
school.
were really good.
Yeah.
But I never had school lunches because my mum used to pack my own because we didn't want to pay for school lunches. So
is it just us talking about England, or you just got real British then?
Yeah, that's why.
Really,
She
really,
does that.
like, really,
I do that.
Yeah. You started sounding like Hermione
Yeah.
there for a bit.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
That's
Her-
all right.
Thank you.
Her sister's even worse, by the way.
Yeah.
Her
Oh,
sister's
100%.
like that all the time.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's weird.
England.
That's England. Yeah.
Just starts sounding
Yeah, so
British.
even like the bread in England
Yeah.
has sugar in it. So
Well,
like even the
it
bread
does.
is
Well, I
sweet.
mean, all bread has sugar in it.
No, but like I went over
Like
there.
a lot.
I went back over there for the first time like since I came out here like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I had a sandwich and I'm like, Nan, did you put like sugar in my mayonnaise? She's like, no. And I'm like,
Wow.
what the fuck is this then? What?
Okay,
what?
so like, is it actually?
like
'cause
coming like everything over here is so much nicer.
Because I reckon like even our white bread is pretty sweet.
nah.
No.
Compared
Compared to
to British bread, it's fine.
Fuck.
I didn't know that was a British thing because I heard it. I remember in
know-
America.
I know
British
somebody
and
talked
American
about-
food is all really sweet. Over here, it's it's
Yeah.
still like it's
No,
sweet,
no, no.
but like compared to that, like nah.
But I mean, I heard about an American food thing, and it was called Sugarloaf, and it was bread with heaps of sugar in it. I was like,
no,
what?
this was just regular white bread. They could just buy
That's just
I
regular.
think that's just like
from Tesco.
That's like just a sweet bread. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
But you're not putting your sandwiches on sugar like
True.
every
Yeah,
fucking
it's like
day.
that's like making
I'm
a sweet
having
roll. or
ham and
something.
cheese on my sweet bread.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh,
Yeah, no, I
god.
can't.
Oh god.
It's not fun. I don't like
can't-
it.
Nah.
That's so outside of my understanding of taste that like I
Like,
can't even
it's
picture
not
it.
like ridiculously sweet in like all over the world standard, but like it's not compared to bread over here. It's,
Really? Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough.
All right. Yeah.
It's,
okay.
it's a thing.
My mum kept banging on about, no, don't eat white bread, eat the bloody multigrain or whatever. I'm just like, whatever.
No,
But apparently if it's not that bad, then
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, multigrain bread's pretty dope. It's funny because I was the same. My mum was the opposite. My mum was like, "It's white bread or it's nothing," right? And my dad was like,
Did
"No."
you hear me? White bread.
Yeah,
Get that wholemeal shit out of here.
yeah. Well, that's what happened because my dad was an old school hippie and was like, "Yo, man, it's all about the multigrain, bro." All right, my mum was like, "Fuck that noise," because she grew up in like a fucking Aussie as fuck family, and she was like,
Fuck
"It's
that
it's
noise."
white bread, mate. Don't fuck around."
Well, because white bread is the best bread for fairy bread.
True.
It's true.
So
It
I
is.
feel
No,
like
it
that is an
Absolutely
integral
And
part
fair-
of why
it
white
is.
bread.
Hang on, is
Absolutely
fairy
is.
bread a very Australian thing? Have you not?
Yeah, no, fairy
Yeah.
bread's a very Australian
Not
thing.
experiencing that over.
Nah.
Okay, good. I'm glad we have some sort
I
of.
had it for
like,
the first time. I'm
Yeah.
like, what is this?
it's
I love it.
it's
I need it.
it's-
Like, it's so good.
sprinkles and butter on white bread. It's
I know.
fucking amazing.
Having it with Nutella instead of butter is also really
Everyone
tasty.
fucking rates Nutella. I don't.
I love Nutella.
I like Nutella.
I like it on toast with peanut butter. It's like a Snickers on bread.
I just eat it straight out of the jar. I'm that.
I
guy.
don't do that.
I'm a big fat bastard. I'll admit that, and I don't do that anymore. But like, part of the reason why I'm a big fat bastard is I used to do that.
yeah.
I never got behind Nutella. Even when it was like becoming a bit of a meme and like really popular, I was like, nah.
I've been eating it. I've been
You're
eating it
lucky.
since I was 8
I
years
don't
old.
know what the deal is
You're
because I
lucky.
like chocolate and I like sweet things, but there's just something about
Well,
putting.
it's not straight chocolate. It's more hazelnut.
No, I know,
the
but
thing.
it's got fucking cocoa, a shit ton of cocoa in it.
It does. No, that's
Um,
true. It does.
So I think it's just something like it feels like I'm spreading dessert on breakfast, and that doesn't feel right to me. But then
Yeah.
again,
Okay.
I used to fucking drink a shit ton of Milo and Nesquik, and that's like basically having
Milo is
basically the
basically
same
just
thing.
chocolate.
Yeah,
No, it's malt.
it's malt.
Malt. I don't rate malt.
No,
I
fine. No problem with it.
only like the Milo on top of the milk because then I can just eat the Milo off and then drink the milk. Like that's the only thing, and even it doesn't taste that bad. Like I don't like hot Milo, and I don't like Milo when it's
Well,
mixed into the milk.
no, I need the Milo.
If it's there, I'll eat it on top like cereal, but I won't actually touch it.
I need to put at least 2 big scoops in the bottom of a long, tall glass.
Defs, I'm with you, buddy.
Then the milk,
Yep.
then you mix that shit up,
Damn
and then
straight.
because the Milo is better when it's like clumpy and mixed with the milk. So you drink,
just feels
and that's the
wrong
thing, like
to me.
you mix it up, and it comes to the top as like a little Milo berg.
Yeah,
you
dude.
drink around that, and then at the
Fucking
bottom,
preach.
at the bottom, you've got like
Yeah,
this
nah.
clumpy, mixed up Milo milk sludge that's just
Now,
you get the
I
spoon and
always
you
make
just
sure
scoop
all
that
of
shit
the
out.
Milo
Amen.
was gone. All of it was gone off the top, and then I drank the milk.
So
Like,
just eat the Milo out of the tin and drink milk.
no,
I used to do that too.
I wanted to fit in with my Australian friends. Okay.
I used to eat the Milo berg off the top, and then put more Milo in, stir it in, get another Milo berg, and do that again.
I used
could
to
do that.
drink Nesquik at home when no one was looking because it was great.
Well, Nesquik, I rate that shit, but
Like,
like
it's a chocolate powder, and that was
Milo's
good.
Milo's better. Milo's better.
No,
Milo
it's
is
not.
better.
It's
Milo is
not.
better.
Nesquik is just too sweet for me. Like I like it, but it's like
I
it's
would
just
just
a bit too
like
sweet.
one scoop in, and then
And there
mix
was
it up.
no residual.
Yeah,
That's
exactly. That was the other thing.
That's a perfect chocolate milk.
Then just buy chocolate milk.
No.
Do it.
I want to make it myself.
It's people like you. It's people like you are the reason why the inventor of Milo died thinking he was a failure. Not even kidding. No,
I feel bad.
The guy.
Look what you've done.
So the guy who invented
the guy who died probably 70 years ago.
yeah, probably before I was
know.
born. Yeah.
Well and truly before you were born.
Yeah.
So it's
the
fine
guy-
then.
The guy who invented Milo, when he originally invented it, he intended it to not have the Milo burger, any of that stuff, right? The idea was you just mixed it in and it just instantly turned to chocolate milk.
So it's supposed to dissolve.
It was supposed to dissolve completely.
Oh,
That was his original
lumpy
idea
milk.
that he patented, right? And he could never figure out how to get it to do that.
Get rid of the malt.
And he
It's
died
fine.
thinking he was a failure.
True artists are never appreciated in their own time. It's only after
No.
they're
It's
dead.
like Vincent Van Gogh.
Absolutely.
He wasn't appreciated until he died.
It's Vincent Van Gogh, Milo guy.
no,
Yeah, pretty much.
but like-
Those are the two pillars under which we sit. They are the learned trees, and we sit at their base and just thank them and try to carry on.
I now regret making this comparison.
try to
I
carry on
don't
their
like
works.
this at all. I regret this
Vincent Van
immediately.
Gogh, Milo guy.
No.
The two greatest martyrs of our age.
And with that, I think we'll call it there.
Hell yeah.
I want to thank you, JJ, and thank you, Ricki, for joining
alright.
me
Thank
this
you.
afternoon for this wonderful
fun.
podcast.
Thank you.
If
Actually,
you really,
no, thank you. I regret this, Milo. I'm still salty about this. I regret this so much.
and if you really like this, if you like this podcast, tell a friend about it. Also, I want to apologize for not posting anything last week. It was like the Easter holiday weekend and all that kind of stuff, and we were all just like schedules,
Yep.
right? So we all had to go and do things. I didn't. I sat at home on my own. Just like playing, on my own.
You're living your best life.
And then Assassin's Creed Unity came out for free because
did.
Notre Dame burned down. So I was like, oh, that's
did.
cool. So I got that going for me.
why,
So
but it did.
yeah. So I apologize for last week. Definitely we will have a show next week as well and everything like that. And until then, we'll see you later.
Hang on, we've actually got...
We actually got bottles.
actually
We
got
got
glasses.
bottles, yeah.
All right, hang on.
Here we go. Cheers.
Cheers.
Woo! Yeah, that wasn't lame at all.
Hell no.
You are listening to a Heart Effect Network podcast. Find us at hearteffectstudios.com.au.